So I have been wanting to tell you this story for a while, and so today is the day. I used to live in Chiang Mai in 2019, for those who don't know. And I used to stay on this road called Niman Road. It's where all the Westerners stay. As Thai people say, Farang, a white person, that's where all the Farang stay. But it's a nice location, it's really close by to all the shops and malls and markets. Anyway, I needed to get a haircut, so I googled barber shop near me, and this place popped up right across the road. So I walk over there, I walk into the shop, it's a one-man shop. I sit down next to this guy that's already waiting to get a cut. And here is the guy that's cutting the hair. Fast forward 20 minutes later. So I asked the guy, how long is the wait? So he turns around to the guy that's sitting on the sofa already. He says something to him in native Thai language. He turns back around and says, you can go before him. And I said, well, he was already here waiting to get a cut. And he said, that's okay, he's just my friend. So anyway, 20 minutes later, I think it was in total 40 minutes that I've been waiting. My turn. And so I sit down, he's starting to cut my hair. I'm getting super frustrated and super impatient because he took 20 minutes on one side, 20 minutes on the other side, 20 minutes at the back. I think he spent about an hour and a half just cutting my sides. Then he went over the top and he literally spent maybe 2 hours cutting my hair, and I was getting super frustrated, super annoyed. I don't know, I had this feeling that I was just uneased by it. So I went back home and my friend said, wow, that's a nice cut. And another friend said, yeah, it's a really nice cut. Where did you get it? And I said, well, there's this place called Barber 56 across the road. So I walked into the bathroom and I looked over and I said, that's gotta be the best haircut I've ever had in my life. And I immediately switched from this feeling of like frustration and I just realized that, yeah, this guy must be one of the best barbers I've ever experienced. So I googled the place again, I looked at reviews, and all the reviews were 5-star. There were not a single 4-star or even 1-star. And I'm reading the comments, it says the guy takes his time, and exactly what I experienced. But then the comments start going down and they saying the guy is a true master of his craft. The guy takes his time, but it's the best haircut I've ever had. The guy is a perfectionist. So I wanted to go back there in a couple of weeks and experience this again, because I think I found a true artist of their craft, and I just wanted to know a little bit more about this guy. So fast forward 3 weeks later, I walk over to the shop again and it's closed, even though it says it's open on Google. So I ring up the number that was provided on the website. The guy answers with his hangover voice, oh, I'm gonna be there at 4 p.m. Can you come back? So I come back at 4 p.m. He opens the shop. He's sitting outside while I'm waiting inside, smoking a cigarette and drinking his mango smoothie. And then he comes back, turns on his favorite music, which is Sean Paul. He's got all these pictures on his wall with him cutting people's hair. There's a Buddha and also King. So I start asking him questions about his life. He used to be a Buddhist for 8 years, so he wanted to change and start to, cut people's hair, and this is what he's doing now. Then he said to me, oh, your head's complicated. I said, what do you mean? He goes, your head's uneven. So he's the only person, apart from my mum, because my mum used to cut my hair back in the days. He's the only person that picked up that my head was uneven, because when I used to be little, I used to turn on one side, and because baby's head is very soft, I developed an uneven shape. So he's taking his time again. He's doing his job. While he's talking, he's also paying attention to what he's doing. He's dedicating his time. And I said to him, you charge very little, which is 300 baht. You should charge more. And he said, oh, I'm not greedy. So I said, well, if you do a really good job today, and I'm pretty sure that you will, I'll give you 500 baht. So fast forward another 20 minutes, he finished the cut. I took a photo with him. I gave him 500 baht and I thanked him and I said, I'm gonna come back again. So I went back home, I left a really nice review for him on Google, and yeah, it really is giving me an inspiration, because I think these kind of people need more recognition in life. I went back there for the third time and we really had a good experience again. I just never wanted to leave that place, but I needed to move to another location. We moved to Phuket. But I wanted to share the story because the things that I took away from it is really love what you do. Because when you love what you do, you truly tap into your potential and your authentic self. And take your time to dedicate to the craft, to the thing that you want to do. Because when you're doing that, it shows, the work will show on itself that you will do a good job, because it's in your heart that sits there, and it will spill over and will show by example. People will realize that you are dedicating your time, you're giving your energy to do something that you love. People will see it. Another message that I took away from this is don't care what people will think of you, because the guy was really like dedicating this time to the craft that he wanted to do. He was a monk. He became this person and he was playing this music always. He didn't really care about what people will think of him. And yeah, he's just an amazing guy, really charismatic, he had his flair. And I even asked him a question, why didn't you hire somebody that will work alongside you? And he said, I've never been able to find anybody that cuts the hair as good as I am. But wow, this is truly shows that he's, you know, he thinks he's the master. But I think this guy deserves more recognition, and I hope that he does get more attention, because when I go back to Chiang Mai, I'm definitely stopping there again. And do check him out. If you're ever in Chiang Mai, it's called Barber 56. I will leave you with the reviews. You can read them and understand what I'm talking about, because this is one of a lifetime experiences. I hope you took away something from this message, and I hope that you were patient in listening to me. So yeah, let me know what you think of this, and I hope I have more inspirational stories like this for you later in the future.